Palani, I need you to hear me out before you reject this, okay? He slowly turned his head toward Tiva, who kneeled beside him on the floor. She took a deep breath before continuing. There's a doctor, he inhaled sharply, but her quick hand raise reminded him she had asked him to let her finish speaking. There's a doctor, she repeated. His name is Enar Magnusson, and he has a reputation. He's known for doing procedures few doctors will do, and he does them well. He's trustworthy. He respects Omegas, male and female. Maybe he can help. Palani swallowed. Procedures? Please, Tiva, tell me you're not— Not me, she interrupted him. A friend. And he was kind and compassionate and helped her without anyone finding out. Palani exhaled with relief. Her parents would have killed her, and he wasn't entirely sure that was a metaphor. But what could he do for him? I don't understand. He's got access to illegal meds, from what I understand. Plus, he's an alpha, pal. He's got contacts. An alpha doctor, willing to risk his reputation and his license for helping Omegas? It triggered Palani's suspicions for how perfect it sounded. But what was the alternative? An alpha whore had to be at the absolute bottom of the list, so if there was anything else he could try, he'd do it. Anything to save Vieno, no matter what it cost him, both monetary and emotionally. Vieno's well-being was all that mattered. How do I contact him? He asked. Tiva dug a small piece of paper from her pocket and handed it to him. I have a phone number for him. Tell him Susan Perlman sent you, because he always asks for a referral. Palani accepted it. And you're sure we can trust him? He's an alpha doctor performing illegal surgeries on Omegas. Trust me, he has more to lose than you. She had a point. Will you stay with him while I make the call? She nodded. I'll need to leave right after to avoid my parents finding out I came here. I understand. Thank you for sneaking over here. He walked into the living room of his small apartment, his stomach clenching. It didn't sit well with him, calling in a stranger, especially an alpha doctor, but what choice did he have? Vieno was dying. He'd have to risk it. Before he could talk himself out of it, he called the number Tiva had given him. Someone answered on the third ring. Yep. Hi, is this Dr. Magnusson? Yes. How may I help you? His voice was low and deep, the alpha dominance more subtle than Palani had expected. A friend referred me to you, Susan Perlman. She said you might be of help. He wasn't putting his cards on the table until he knew for sure the man was who Tiva had claimed. For yourself or for a friend? It seemed the doctor's carefulness equaled Palani's, which made total sense. For a friend. A male Omega. A faint sigh sounded through the phone. Okay, give me your address and I'll stop by as soon as I can. It may be a few hours, though. Is that okay? Or is it urgent? That's fine. He'll hold out till then. He gave the man his address and hung up. Fuck, he hoped he had made the right call.